Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Stan, and I am the Shadow Seeker. And I want to welcome you to episode 10. In this video, I intend to do a general tarot reading for my beautiful and high vibrational collective of specific individuals. And I'm going to jump right into the reading. But before I do, I just want to let everyone know that this reading I feel is going to be very special. And I'm going to be doing it in a way that is a little bit different from how I do my normal readings. The ones that truly know me and are very aware of how I do my readings, I'm sure they'll pick up on this very quickly, the way that I'm doing it. But for others of you, if you do feel connected with whatever comes out here in this particular reading, please don't hesitate to let us know if anything resonates with you. And also, please use your intuition and only take what truly resonates and leave the rest for everyone else. Okay, so to open this reading, we have here from my What's the Vibe Oracle deck the card that says sippin', and it says rumors, gossip, nosy. And I have it paired here with the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Four of Pentacles reversed. So immediately I'm picking up on this strong thread of energy where somebody in the collective is extremely distracted right now. And this could be primarily with their career. And I'm really getting the sense that someone is getting really distracted and kind of putting their energy into places where they shouldn't be putting their energy right now. They are probably more concerned about other energetic dynamics with other people. I'm really picking up something about like lower vibration. So there's something here where these lower vibrational patterns or behaviors are being exuded here, and it's causing a major distraction in your work life, is what it feels like. I'm also getting something about the home life as well. So it really seems like there's this energy where there's just this chaos or this lack of focus, a lack of forward momentum. So there's some sort of blockage here as well. And I'm also getting the sense that somebody here is really having a hard time managing their finances, and they are kind of loosening their grip in a very unconscious way, so to speak, when it comes to their finances, their money. They may not be really sticking to a solid financial plan at the moment, or they're being extremely less frugal right now and could be really putting their money into places where it shouldn't be going right now, in a sense, or really neglecting a lot of their specific responsibilities that they have in terms of finances. So maybe this could be using money that you know you should be using for rent, and you're probably using that for something that really is not sustainable at the moment, or something that's really like not keeping you in a secured space is what I'm getting. I know that sounds really weird, but there's just a lot of instability when it comes to money right here. But going back to that distracted energy, I'm almost getting something about a relationship dynamic coming up. So it really feels like this particular thread of energy, there could be a lot of distractions within some sort of relationship dynamic. I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm really picking up on here as far as distractions, unless there's this level of instability or insecurity, rather, that I'm picking up on someone's part. This could be a divine feminine that could be experiencing some sort of insecurity about something with the divine masculine, or this also feels like this could be some sort of immature energy when it comes to a divine masculine. And they could be going around acting very, very strangely in a sense, more like they did like a 360, so to speak. This energy dynamic that I'm channeling right now, it feels as if this person exuded a lot of chaos for the divine feminine, and they are coming through very strongly in the sense of this immature, childish type of energy where they're not really holding themselves accountable for certain actions in their day-to-day life or their dynamic with this divine feminine, and it's causing just a lot of chaos. It's causing a lot of tension, a lot of frustration is what it feels like, and this could be surrounded again around money as well. So that really feels very specific to a particular relationship dynamic for a particular set of people within the collective. And immediately, I'm really picking up on more energetic energies and frequencies right now. It's kind of almost overwhelming in a sense, but it's just this high level of chaos. And it's really funny that I say that because the next card I have drawn is the chaos card. It says upheaval, disaster, downfall. And it's paired here with the Knight of Swords in the upright position. Someone's quick thinking here could be causing a lot of chaos within some sort of energetic dynamic or relationship dynamic with a divine masculine or a divine feminine. Or I'm picking up this platonic situation here. So this could be someone dealing with some sort of chaos situation here. So this could be someone dealing with some sort of chaos from a friend, or I'm picking up maybe like a high level soulmate. This is really like some interesting channeled messages here coming through. It really seems like someone here, and I'm really picking up on a divine feminine, is experiencing a lot of chaos. And it really feels like it's encompassing all aspects of their life, but it really feels like it's coming from a relationship dynamic. And I'm picking up many different threads of energies when it comes to this particular relationship dynamic. I'm picking up people that have been in a relationship for the long haul. I'm picking up even a relationship that is not necessarily fairly new, but, you know, someone only being connected for maybe like a limited amount of time, maybe like 2, 3 years, 5 years. That I'm kind of feeling. I don't know why I'm getting those particular threads of energy, but this is like maybe something going a little bit too fast or too rushed into whatever this dynamic is. And it's like someone's bringing chaos into your life in a sense. And I feel like it's happening so fast that it's almost like you can sense it, but at the same time, it's like you are not fully consciously aware of it in a sense. I know it sounds really strange as well. I know so far this reading sounds really maybe a little bizarre, especially because I'm doing it a little bit different from how I normally do my typical readings. But there is so many threads of energy in this particular collective that I'm channeling, this very specific collective I'm channeling. So a lot of these messages I feel might come across in a sense garbled or like rather confusing. So please, again, use your intuition for what comes out here. But it doesn't feel intense, it just feels almost all over the place. I mean, we're not even like halfway through the reading, so it's really kind of weird. But this next card that I pulled, so now I'm getting a completely different set of energies here. This is really interesting. We have the card that says longing, and it says missing you, let's talk reunion. And it is paired here with this Eight of Pentacles in the reverse position. So I'm picking up on some sort of energetic dynamic, or again, a relationship dynamic where it feels like somebody was separated from somebody whether it's a divine masculine that's separated from a divine feminine or vice versa, whether this is, excuse me, soulmates or twin flames, or this could even be like a karmic connection, but someone here is longing for someone or something. They're trying to fill the void in their life right now when it comes to a separation. And it really feels as if they were not putting in the energetic work here. It seems like they really had kind of given up on the connection. And I'm kind of getting this feeling that someone here felt like something was really not worth putting in the energy or the continued work to self sustain something here. And so now it really feels like this particular energy, which could be a divine masculine, it feels like they are trying to really overexert and overwork themselves in a sense where they are trying to do some sort of like personal development or self improvement for themselves, but it seems like they are working on something for the self, is what it feels like. So, if this was some sort of what I call maybe like a sacred union or divine connection that in the physical seemed like this divine masculine was not really truly connecting in the 3D, it seems like the divine feminine had pulled back into their power, into their empress energy, or really in the energy of knowing who they are, knowing their worth, not settling for less. And in doing so, it's like your counterpart here is starting to pick up on that energy and kind of do their own work for themselves to try to better themselves, is what it feels like. It almost feels like this energy of like too little too late almost, or that they did not consciously pick up on this type of energy right away and did the work right away. It feels like there had been some time that had passed, and it really feels as if they started working on themselves when something happened, whether, they tried to get into another dynamic and things didn't work out because they realized that you were the one or what they perceived to be the one or that no one can compare to you. So it's like they pulled back their energy after being hurt in some sense. And now they are trying to really focus on themselves, really trying to understand themselves, their behaviors, their patterns. And they're trying to really gain a sense of happiness by really pulling back their energy in a sense and really investing in themselves, really trying to believe in themselves and really try to heal these particular energetic wounds within themselves. So it's kind of funny I said that because we all internally have a balance of divine masculine, divine feminine energies. So part of that message could be that if you resonate with the divine masculine more than your divine feminine, you possibly could be, in a sense, this could be another channel message, in a sense, could be working on healing your divine masculine wounds. And by doing so, you would be stepping more into this energy of expansion and this energy of doing and this energy of action instead of being in the energy of being or focusing on particular wounds that you occurred earlier on in your life, is what it feels like. And so that could be a very specific thread, small thread of energy right there for someone that has been healing on a divine masculine journey or a healing journey rather. So take that if that resonates. Now, this other thread of energy that I'm picking up on, and this could be going back to that first divine masculine energy that I'm picking up on. This divine masculine could be really longing for a sustaining connection with their divine feminine, with their divine counterpart, but they could be feeling as if they're still not good enough or they're still not healed enough to, I guess, reach out or try to come back to be a sustaining part of the divine feminine's life in the 3D is what it feels like. But that feels like that's also very specific for only a small group of the collective. So that will not resonate for everyone here. But that's exactly what it feels like. I do want to pause real quick and just kind of say, okay, if none of these messages really specifically resonate with anyone in the collective that I'm channeling, then again, please use your intuition and only take what really truly resonates. Because this reading so far feels like it could be all over the place because there just seems to be so many threads of energy again kind of coming out and wanting to sort of take precedence here. So please use your intuition. I ask you, please, because I know for very certain individuals, we have not touched base or did an energy update yet on your specific threads of energy, but I feel like there'll be more threads coming out. So let's see what we have here next. Okay, so a slew of cards flew out here, and it was 5 oracle cards from my What's the Vibe deck. So before I continue, this reading so far, it definitely seems very chaotic. So that definitely tells me that there is this level of chaos kind of going on in the collective energies here. But the messages that come out here with these next 5 cards, I feel like is very specific. And I'm going to start with actually the last card that came out, which says divine masculine, and it says authority, discipline, father figure. So I feel like this is still kind of channeling into that divine masculine energy from earlier that I mentioned. And so it really seems here to me, the way that these cards are laid out here, with the nurturing card, which says mentorship, wisdom, giving back, and then boundaries that says just respectful, enough is enough, defend yourself. There's really something here that I'm picking up that it really feels that this divine masculine here, whatever occurred in this separation, there was this need to have these boundaries up or these walls up. And I feel like it came from both parties, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It really seems to me that both parties were really hurt by something in the energetic dynamic. It really seems like there was some sort of wound that occurred energetically, emotionally, maybe mentally. And it really seems like both the divine masculine and the divine feminine had a really hard time sort of working through that wound and being able to move anything forward in the connection. And it really seems like right now that there's been this nurturing energy for the both of you, where it seems like the divine masculine is really trying his best to really recharge, rejuvenate, and try to be more in this nurtured state or this state of being more healed. So, whatever that looks like for him specifically, maybe he is doing a lot more self care, taking care of his body, taking care of his health, taking care of his mental state, his emotional state. And the divine feminine could be doing the same thing here as well. He may be surrounding himself with a lot of nurturing types of people or people that are, or could be divine feminines themselves. And they could be exuding a lot of this nurturing energy. I'm really picking up like Queen of Cups type of energy for some strange reason. But he could be connecting with something that is very nurturing and healing for him. And by placing these boundaries, so to speak, within himself, it is allowing him to really raise his frequency, his core frequency here, to a level to where he might be able to reconnect with, you on a more sustained level. But I still sense that there's more healing that needs to be done. There's more sort of shadow work that needs to be done as well. And that's going to require a significant amount of inner healing, whatever that looks like for him specifically. I don't know why, but I'm really picking up this weird message here where it seems like the divine masculine is connecting with some sort of level of faith here, or it's possible that he either found faith again or has sort of renewed his faith. It really feels like Christianity for some strange reason, but this could be anything. This could be any sort of spiritual practice that he may have came into. This could be some sort of mindfulness that he came into, whether he's connecting with nature, meditating, yoga, something that really appears and feels spiritual to him that is causing or helping to facilitate a more rejuvenated energy is what it feels like, because it really feels that he has went through something very recently that may have caused like a tower moment is what it feels like. And so he was kind of lost in a sense, or maybe not really truly connecting with himself for his highest potential, if that makes sense. And the reason why I say all this, I'm really getting this from the Archangel Michael card. Now, I know that archangels, they are sort of like divine protectors, these divine warriors. And this card does actually say protection, and it says prevented from harm, and then it says divine intervention. And so I really am channeling here or getting this message from this card that the divine masculine is really connecting more on a spiritual level, or somehow gaining a lot of esoteric knowledge if they're connecting more with new age spirituality concepts. And this is allowing or facilitating some sort of healing within a lot of these core wounds that he's been carrying for quite some time now. And I'm seeing that he's trying to get aligned with this next card. It says established, and it says settled, secure, wealthy. So I'm picking up something here that finances definitely was really important to this particular masculine. And it really seems like they are really trying to be more secure, not only financially, but secure within themselves, secure within their energy. And they want to be in a very secured sense the way that the divine feminine already is. The divine feminine here is really exuding her power and really definitely has came into her power more that I'm feeling now that we're transitioning into this new year here, because I know that there's some sort of astrological event, the black moon, which I don't really know too much about, but this could be the energy I'm picking up on. But I'm really sensing more this new moon energy, which I want to say is coming in maybe like around January 6th, but I could be wrong. But with this new moon energy that I'm feeling, it really feels like this new chapter is about to begin for everyone here. And it really feels like this is going to be a very beautiful time for new manifestations and new types of practices to come into people's lives, or really just this new way of going about things that is just going to be so very transformative for everyone here in the collective, whether you're resonating with these messages or not. But this part I feel will resonate. And so you will start to seeing these specific shifts in your life soon. And it's going to be very specific for each individual. So whatever it is, just please, surrender to it, and please, accept it for what it is, because it's going to help facilitate expansion and growth, is what it feels like. Okay, so I'm going to draw a few more cards from the tarot. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords here in the upright position. Immediately, I am sensing that there is this major shift, this major transition from very chaotic waters to a more stable timeline. But Again, I'm picking up on this divine masculine energy. So I do apologize, but that seems to be taking precedence here. I did not intend for this to be a love reading, but it really does feel like I feel like my heart chakra is being activated right now, but it really feels as if this is becoming a love reading. And so I'm seeing here that this divine masculine is transitioning from this sense of chaos, these chaotic waters, these self limiting doubts, these self limiting beliefs, these things that were just holding him back in a sense to a lot more calmer waters, to a more serene timeline here. They really are going to be putting in the energetic work. And they might already be doing this right now. So if there's anyone in the collective that this is resonating with, if this divine masculine, if you were separated from this person, you should be expecting to hear from them soon or may have already heard from them. And I'm seeing that they're shedding this old sense of self. They are shedding a lot of this weight, this heaviness, this sort of assemblage of darkness and what I call gray matter. A lot of these self limiting beliefs, a lot of these self doubts, a lot of these behavioral patterns that were really holding them back from being truly their most authentic self with this devil here reversed. And they are coming out to be more of what the divine feminine had always energetically sensed or had always believed that they could be, in a sense. It really feels like they are really coming into their emperor type of energy. I know the empress and the emperor energies are not here in this reading, but it really feels like they are connecting with the highest version of self here. And it really feels like they are coming into this new, strong sense of being to where they can actually support the divine feminine in a more consistent manner in the 3D. And so, again, if you are already, on this timeline, this is wonderful, but I feel like this is something that's actually coming in. And it should be coming in very soon, is what I'm sensing. And it really feels like there's this closeness. So this closeness that I'm feeling is more the divine feminine sensing or more of their intuition, sensing this shift, sensing this new energy that is sort of taking over and encompassing this particular divine masculine the more and more that they heal. But this almost feels like a mirrored connection too that I'm sensing. So it could be that the more this divine feminine heals, the more that this masculine is healing as well. And they will be showing up in this stronger, more powerful sense of self, which is going to be very beautiful. And wow, okay, we have the Four of Wands here in the upright position. So this is definitely confirmation that there's some sort of union to be had. Now, this union could be platonic. And the reason why I say that is because with this card, this really talks about like celebrations and talks about, coming together, but it's more like in a familial sense or like a platonic sense. But this could be talking about this particular divine masculine dynamic that has been coming out strongly in this particular reading. And this feels like beautiful celebrated energy here. And with this particular card, I really love this deck that I'm using for my collective readings. And it just really feels like two people really coming into this strong sense of union. And they're really celebrating each other for this passion that they both, exude. And, this is strong fire sign energy. So perhaps the divine masculine and the divine feminine are both fire signs. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But there's just this strong love, this unconditional love that I'm sensing, and this strong drive and passion, but it's really not like, in a sexual sense, but more in this unconditional love sense, is what I'm sensing. And it just feels so uplifting and it feels so like energetically, limitless in a sense, and that sounds really weird to say almost, but I feel like that's going to connect with somebody here, since that came out. But it just feels so beautiful and just so tremendous, is what it feels like. I'm getting the sense that with this particular card, this particular reunion is going to feel more like a homecoming because it feels like this is something that has just been a long time waiting, especially for the divine feminine. I'd really feel as if she has been, really putting in so much energetic work, but not just for this union, more for themselves, because again, this feels like it's very mirrored. So, I'm really picking up that the more that the divine feminine really embodies the qualities of the divine feminine, really getting into their high priestess energy, the more the divine masculine is going to emulate that. And it will just be more this harmonious union. And it's just going to feel so tremendous. Now, to end this reading, okay, we have the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So, okay. Even though we picked up on a lot of this beautiful energy here, where this divine masculine is really wanting to reconnect and really longing for this reconnect and this union, it really feels like they have, or could be going through right now, rather, sort of like an impasse, or they're making a really tough decision about something. And it really feels like it's coming from within. It doesn't feel like there's anything external or anyone sort of manipulating this divine masculine, at least this particular dynamic that I'm channeling. But it really feels like something still from within is weighing heavily on this divine masculine's heart. And it's really causing them to almost second guess or question whether to make a certain set of decisions. And so I'm really sensing that this could go either or, if that makes sense. So I'm sensing almost like two different timelines. So there's this timeline where what we've already discussed, where it seems really rosy and it really seems like really harmonious and more of this like celebration. But then there's this timeline where it's possible that they might revert back to maintaining this disconnect, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't seem like they're going to revert back to a lot of these negative patterns or these self limiting beliefs or self doubts or, these behavioral situations or moments that they have, you know, mostly been going through. It really seems like it would be more like a reversion to maintaining the disconnect or the silence between the two of you, if that makes sense. But whatever this decision is, it's weighing heavily on them. But see, at the underneath this card, we have the Knight of Cups here. And wow, okay. I wasn't expecting to see this card, but we have the Two of Cups underneath that. So, wow. So, whatever this weighing moment is, whatever this impasse moment is, I'm strongly sensing here that they are wanting to come through with some sort of offer, some sort of romantic offer. But this could be, like this night here is really like in a dream state almost, if that makes sense, or one of those like, la di da type of romantic nights. So not saying that like this is an illusion or anything like that, but they could be really daydreaming a lot about, or romanticizing a lot rather, about some sort of reunion here. But with this Two of Cups, I mean, this is like really strong energy here. This really feels like a harmonious union. So, honestly, it really could kind of go either way. is what it feels like. It really could go in the way where it becomes this harmonious union. And I'm getting the sense, really, the divine masculine here has I'm sorry, the divine feminine. Oh, well, it's funny I said divine masculine first. So I guess the best way to look at it would be both the divine masculine and the divine feminine has free will. They both have the conscious choice whether or not to move forward with this reunion, this harmonious reunion, or they can choose to stay in the separation that's already been going on right now. And there's no right or wrong here, but it's really up to how you want to move forward within the connection. But I'm sensing that if you do move forward with the connection, things are going to be harmonious. Things are going to be in a stronger light or a more lighter type of energy. There won't be a lot of this doubt about where you guys want to go. It feels like both of you will be in your true sense of power and true alignment with one another. So it's going to be beautiful either way, because I get the sense that the divine masculine and the divine feminine will be okay either way, whether they connect or whether they don't, because they are just so in their power right now that they're not going to let anything stop them, is what it feels like. So that feels really powerful. Okay, so I do want to draw one last card from my Spiritual Messages Oracle deck just to wrap up the reading. Okay, so the intention was for one card to come out, but two flew out immediately. And as I've stated before in previous episodes, I always have the intent of not reading these cards in the reverse position, but one of them came out in the reverse position. Although it would seem really odd to take it as a reversal. But anyway, let's go with the first card that came out upright. And it says, self awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate. Listen to your favorite music. Whatever you enjoy most, do that today. That's definitely a very powerful message right there. And that's definitely a message for not taking things for granted and not wasting time on trivialities or things that really are not truly important, especially for you or for what's aligned for you. And this next card, even though it came out reversed, it says, never allow yourself to be taken for granted. It is better to remove yourself from the situation than to be treated less than you deserve. You are precious. You are worthy. Now, with this pink coming out in reversed, to me, that indicates that someone here felt as if they were less than or unworthy. And again, it feels like this divine masculine really was in this sense. It also feels like the divine feminine as well, but it really feels like the divine masculine in this sense was really feeling this sense of unworthiness. And I'm getting a thread of energy here that that could have been that particular person's like core karmic lesson in a sense of self-worth. So it really feels like now they are like embodying more of this energy of knowing their worth and will not be putting themselves less than or in situations where they deserve less than what they truly deserve, if that makes sense. And so, with that being said, that's why it really feels like they are trying to do whatever they can to reconnect. But it really feels like they're trying to reconnect more on a energetic basis. And the divine feminine would pick up on that, of course, being really truly aligned with their intuition. But it really seems like forward momentum is going to happen first energetically before you start seeing things in the 3D. unless you're already connected with this divine masculine again. So this could be different for many different people within the collective. But we're going to close the reading here. And I do apologize if this came out as a love reading. That was not the intention, but it really does. It really does, excuse me, seem that there was a lot of chaotic energy within the reading, and then it just seemed to shift to this divine masculine, divine feminine dynamic. So I wonder how this is going to transpire moving forward into the new year. So maybe what will happen is we might pick up on these energies again in further episodes. And I would be really interested to see how this progresses for this particular dynamic. But I do hope that if you made it this far in the video that you have enjoyed the reading. And I really do hope something was in it for you, even if you don't necessarily resonate with this particular message about this divine feminine, divine masculine energy. But I do thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I will see you in the next episode.